Hello, and welcome to our presentation for Social Work 505 on our agency play with Cheyenne Mundell,
Heidi Decker,
and Misty Parker.
In the midst of the opioid epidemic, this clinic is settled in a rural town with a lack of resources. The clinic dispenses Suboxone to clients that have an addiction to opiates. Come on inside with us and let us introduce you to the opioid clinic.
At the Opioid Clinic, we work to enhance the quality of life in our community by providing education and intervention services. We believe that practice of the parallel process will encourage the community to work together to support vulnerable populations. Our goal is to serve 40 clients a quarter with intervention services. We strive to provide at least 3 in-services per quarter on opiate addiction to the members of the community, and we aim to engage in at least 1 legislative advocacy program a year. These efforts are to increase the quality of life in our community and increase intervention and educational services to our community. Our mission statement is to provide our community with quality chemical dependency services through education, intervention, and advocacy. Our guiding values at the Opiate Clinic are public education about opiate addiction, helping people and families affected by addiction, advocacy, and respect for people. We will achieve these by engaging in education and community engagement, legislative initiatives, and treating our stakeholders with respect, empathy, professionalism, and genuineness.
The organizational structure of the clinic could be described as a collaborative structure that is supportive of the input of the individual employee. The employees feel motivated to innovate, change, and meet the goals within their agency and strive for the well-being of their clients. The practitioners feel empowered by the structure of the organization to develop and test new ideas. Due to the existing stressors of being a provider in a rural area, as well as needing to fit in a tight-knit community, the agency allows for a more relaxed work environment. Workers are allowed to wear more informal clothing with clients and adjust their schedules to meet their needs because many of the clients often work irregular hours. The medical director oversees the other employees. But the organizational structure within the agency is a formal structure that is clearly defined in its organizational chart. Due to the agency being relatively small, the majority of the information needing to be shared comes from the medical director down. The lines of authority within the agency are set up similarly. The medical director is tasked with ensuring all employees within the agency are on task and performing adequately. Although the agency has a top-down approach to disseminating information, they do allow ideas to be shared in both directions. There is a lot of sharing of information between the therapist and the peer recovery coach specifically, as they work closely together to help meet the individual client's emotional needs and build their supports. The medical director does provide weekly staffing with her employees to ensure she is sharing any information or supervisory guidance needed in regards to specific clients. The team also meets to work on treatment plans for each individual client monthly. Although the formal structure is arranged for employees to seek information from the medical director, the informal structure in the office allows for the employees to attempt to gather information from any of the employees when they have a question. This informal structure for channels of communication for gathering information creates a more relaxed work environment. It can be an issue if the employees do not ask for advice from the appropriate person. For example, asking a medical question from the peer recovery coach would not be getting the information from the best resource for that question.
Let's take a moment to meet the medical director. She meets the expectations of her staff. She's readily available to provide suggestions or assistance and make sure that workers are knowledgeable about policy within the office. She facilitates cooperation with staff, nurtures workers and gives support when needed, and uses recognition by having an Employee of the Month and writes nice notes of good jobs to all of her staff. The therapist enjoys her position at the agency. She feels supported and empowered by the staff in the office and is honest and an active listener to her coworkers and to her clients. She feels very much part of the team and has input in decision making at this organization. The nurse is the machine of the office and she follows all the rules and policies to a T. One day she strives to be the medical director of an office just like this. She's a great asset to the office and ensures that the Suboxone is distributed in a manner that cannot be tampered with by clients. She enjoys the team approach in the office and feels empowered to be part of a strong organization. The peer coach cares about the clients in the office and helps them reach their goals. She builds good rapport with them. She empowers clients by her story of hope. She feels empowered by the nurturing environment within the office that she works. Now let's take a moment to talk about challenges within the organization.
Providing services within a rural area comes with a host of challenges. A lack of resources and good paying local jobs creates an environment where clients are struggling to meet their basic needs and often have issues with transportation. The agency's peer recovery coach is able to provide some assistance with guiding clients towards what resources may be available. Having an agency that has a more relaxed organizational culture helps create an environment where clients feel more comfortable initially when building rapport with a practitioner. However, the agency has had some turnover with therapists. The agency finds it difficult to compete with the salary and flexibility offered by practices in more urban areas. It has proven difficult for clients to have to start over with new therapists when these changes occur. A key issue within the organizational culture is to ensure that the quality of services being provided is consistent with the needs of the 30 clients the agency serves. There is a need for more clients to be able to access these services as they are the only Suboxone provider locally. The agency does not want to increase its number of clients without increasing staff to ensure that they are helping clients achieve the best possible outcomes.
Leadership in a culture of a nurturing environment, the Suboxone Clinic has many qualities. The organizational culture and climate have a positive effect on the organization's effectiveness. Organizational climate has been consistently described as the members' perception of their work environment. Effective supervision requires setting an example, providing good communication, and questions are welcomed, which the medical director at the Suboxone Clinic is very open in communication and provides a team approach in discussing anything that's going on within the clinic. Members of the organization have a voice in decision making and feel empowered by the culture and of the caring and learning environment within the organization. Ensuring members are following the mission, vision, and values of the organization are very important from the top down and in implementing services to the clients. And also avoiding the 7 sins of service: apathy, the brush off, coldness, condescension, roboticism, rule book, and the runaround. It is very important within the Suboxone Clinic that everyone is providing a strengths-based approach in interacting with clients. The clinic utilizes unit staffing, which occurs weekly, much like the quality circles. The group meets regularly at the same time every week, so it is already planned in their schedule. And there's an agenda that if anyone has any issues or problems to talk about, those are identified. The staffing is focused on solutions and problem solving. The meetings encourages involvement from every team member, teamwork, involvement from everyone in the office does result in improved service delivery to clients. But if there is conflict within the agency, conflict resolution is used. If any staff are having issues with one another or some type of disagreement, confrontation is encouraged. It should happen face to face, where each person talks to one another and establishes a common ground, specifically emphasizing how he or she feels, empathizing with another person, and defining the issues jointly. Then each staff talk it out with each other in a nurturing and respectful manner, with stressing on what is in common regarding each other's perspective before moving to what is motivating yours and theirs in this continuing conflict, then developing an agreement that is understood, how each other will behave towards one another from now on, and determine how issues will be handled in the future prior to the point of conflict resolution. So it is the hope that conflict resolution is used within the agency if it rises to that level. If it cannot be resolved, then the medical director would be used as a mediator. The opioid clinic is culturally based on the human relations theory. Organizations that operate using human relations theory generally have happier, satisfied, and more productive employees. Human relations theory assumes that employees want to feel useful and important, that employees have strong social needs, and that these needs are more important than any money in motivating employees. Giving workers a voice within the organization and control over their day and routine are overall feel appreciated and increased motivation. It is important for employees to participate in decision making and have good interpersonal relationships in the work setting. Nurturing culture in an organization is represented by the common practices of attention, recognition, and appreciation about the employees' skill, performance, and work, and quality of life in the workplace. Thank you for watching.